guys, MIGMATIS Golf. First of all, apologies. It's been a while, at least a couple of weeks since my last video, but I have valid reasons why. I think in my last video I alluded to it really quickly. I'm moving house at the moment, so things are a bit hectic. Don't really have the net set up anywhere to make videos, and I got a gazillion things to do, so that's the reason for that. But fear not, because we got a couple of things, really exciting things coming up. I'll be doing a review on a little training aid made by Kramski. I don't know if you remember, I'm pretty much in love with the Kramski putters. Not that well known, but they're starting to make a name for themselves, and in my opinion at least, this is about as good as it gets out there as far as putters are concerned. But they make a couple of training aids, and I'll be reviewing one really shortly, all to do with putting. And also possibly, I'm hoping it's going to happen tomorrow, I'm going to be sitting in on a tailor-made club fitting for an aspiring pro. I think you'll recognize Adrian. Adrian was in my TaylorMade Tool Van video. I think he's going to be doing the fitting, and yeah, that should be exciting. Hopefully we'll get some good footage there, and you'll see the process of a young pro getting fit for a different brand of golf clubs and the whole process. So that's exciting. Anyway, let's get on the topic of today's video. I don't know if today's video is so much of a structured topic / theme, whatever you want to call it. It's more just me fooling around today. I haven't really hit balls in at least a couple of weeks, and videoing a bit, fooling around, and just stumbled across this little idea. It might help some of you out there. As you all know, and I keep banging on about it, MIGMATIS Golf is all about just finding those little unusual feels, drills, tips, all these little things that sit outside of the box of conventional golf instruction, things that might just help you as an individual. So this one is related to something I've always suffered from, and I was reminded by it by a good friend of mine, Chart van der Walt, as you know now, pro on the European Tour, ex-PGA Tour pro. He has a player under his wings who we were looking at his swing the other day, and he seemed to steepen the shaft a bit in transition, something I've always done and tried multiple ways of getting out of it. And so it got me thinking about this again and ways of correcting that. Now, that probably happens for a million different reasons, and golf is not so simple that you can just find an easy fix to everything. But I think everybody needs to just try little different things, trial and error, until they find that one thing that they can really relate to, that one thing that resonates with them, and then they can at least have a clear path to improvement, to ingraining that new feel and changing things. So anyway, I was just mucking around just now, and I'm going to name the title of this video Palm Down, Palm Up. You might think that's the wrong way around, and it sounds funny, but that's the sequence: palm down, palm up, and it's all to do with the right hand. Okay, now a lot of right-handed golfers, amateur golfers, are very overactive with this right hand, and they'll have a tendency to fan the club open or lay this hand off too much on the backswing, and then press on the shaft this way on the way down, steepening the shaft. I made a really good video called Swing Wreckers, something that Ben Hogan identified, all about how if you're right-handed, then this thumb and this finger are really dominant in your right hand, and you got to be careful how you use those. Those can really ruin your swing if they're overactive. So go check out that video, Swing Wreckers. But anyway, back to the topic at hand. Alice is chewing on my balls and destroying them. So there's a big tendency amongst amateurs, you know, to fan this club open with this right hand and then put pressure on the shaft on the way down and steepen it. So they're going from very flat to very steep. Okay, so as with everything in golf, if you want to change something, you've got to exaggerate the hell out of it and almost take it to the opposite extreme. So I started making little swings, focusing on keeping the right palm. So for a right-handed golfer, right hand, the palm facing down to the ground on the way to the top of the backswing, and then facing it to the sky on the way down. So go from this angle, palm face towards the ground, face towards the sky. Now, interestingly enough, what I discovered, and I'm sure you'll find the same, is all the muscles in the body are interlinked, right? And they all kind of react to what something is doing. So you just change one position of one part of your body and the rest of your body will generally react. That's just the way the human body is built. So I discovered that if I took this hand with the palm facing the ground to the top of the backswing, and then I just focused on facing it to the sky, what that did is it rotated this elbow in, and it rotates it in and it drops the right shoulder, okay? And as it does that, your body, I don't know if you can see my lower body just wants to get out of the way and make room for that, okay? I don't have to think about any of this. Just by thinking about the palm of that hand, the rest of the body kind of wants to get into the right position. So give that a go, okay? So if holding the club, this is what it would look like. Sorry, got my little practice mat here. This is what it would look like. Palm of the hand as much as possible facing down. If you exaggerate it, and you'll just have some weird position here, but kind of think about keeping it in the position it's in, or at least not turning it up to the sky, but generally facing slightly down. And then you get to the top of the backswing, and the only thing I'm thinking about is this. You see how that shaft shallows out? Now I know what you're going to say. A lot of you are going to say, well, you're manipulating the club. And yes, I am. I am manipulating the club. But this isn't for somebody who swings it great. This is for somebody who's been doing this their whole life, okay? So all this is doing is it's counteracting that urge to push on the shaft. And more importantly, it's tucking this right elbow in, tucking it in and getting my lower body moving in the correct sequence. There you go. Give it a try. I'm just going to hit some balls now, face on, camera view, maybe some down the line, doing this drill so you can see what it does to the shaft. But that's it. Give that a try, and hopefully it will work miracles for you. All right, I'll see you again soon with another tips and tricks video. And as I said, keep an eye out for the training aid video coming up and the tailor-made fitting one. Those are going to be two really interesting ones. I'll see you guys later. Bye.